They were all earned. Avi gave up a total of 9 hits and 6 runs. And now we'll give way to Blake Burgard as we head to the home half of inning number 5 in this 27th annual MSbl World Series. The first baseman, Chuck Lovell, will start it off. He is lined to center field and popped up to the second baseman. It'll be Lovell, Waite, and Deach, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters in the lineup here for the Chandler Bats, led by their manager. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, Brett Mandel. They score 5 runs in the bottom half of the 4th inning after trailing for most of the first half of this contest. They trailed 1-0 after 2, 2-0 after 2.5 as Chuck draws a walk. And now David Waite will come to the plate. He is flied out to left. He is flied out to center field. We got a courtesy runner down there at first base. Leadoff walk to start the home half of the 5th inning. And here's a line drive down the left field line and just foul. So it rolls all the way to that 360 mark down the line. Well, here's a ball hit out in front of the plate. Throw to second, not in time. That would have been a close play, so David Waite ruled that an error, so runners are at first and second, and now Dennis Deach, the right fielder. 6-2 lead here in the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Chandler Bats. Still a lot of baseball left in this one, so don't go anywhere. Watching APM Video Sports and our coverage of the 2014 MSbl World Series from Scottsdale Stadium, the winter home of the San Francisco Giants. Trying to win their 3rd World Championship in the last 5 seasons. This one skips away from the catcher, and both runners move up. It has been a rough going for the Santa Barbara Riptide over the last 2 innings. Good pitch there by Blake Burgard, the manager of the Riptide. Squibbed down to third. The runner has no chance of scoring. High throw and a good job by Lombardo at first base. And now they got the runner hung up, and that's going to be a double play. Throw it down the second. Is that a triple play? It is not. Boy, that was awfully close down there. So, well, not the best of base running for the Chandler Bats, and they just bounced themselves into what was a 5-3-2 double play. Don't see that very often. Lead runner gunned down, and then Gallagher firing down the second base as Dean Christie bats, and almost turned in a triple play, and I think that would be the first triple play that I've seen in this tournament in the 16 years. Here's a drive out in the left field. It's deep, but it's caught. They had him played very deep out there, and the inning is over. So a good job by the Riptide. They dodge a bullet as we head to the top of the 6th, but they trail by 4 in this 2014 MSbl World Series from Scottsdale. Top of the 6th inning, Jeff Lowry back here from Scottsdale Stadium, the winter home of the Giants of San Francisco. A called strike. The Santa Barbara Riptide will send Landon Kelt to the plate. He lines one to the shortstop and into left field, and he is aboard safely to start the inning off. 3rd inning and 6 tries where the Riptide have had the leadoff hitter aboard. Zach Lee-Pollock. First batter in the lineup, one of the outstanding athletes on the field. He is grounded to short. He has reached on an error. 0 for 2. Good fastball and a called strike. Bender in his 6th inning of work. Struggled a little bit in the 2nd and the 3rd innings, but seems like he's had better velocity now than he did earlier. And now on a breaking ball, he hits Zach Lee. So the first 2 are aboard. And the batter is going to be the center fielder, Todd Oakley, who has made 3 outstanding plays in the field and is 1 for 2 at the plate. Good pitch. Oakley thought that pitch might have been up in the strike zone. Swinging and missing. A ball and 2 strikes. Brett Bender on the mound in his 6th inning of work. He has given up a total of 5 hits. And here's a shot up the middle, fielded by Mandel. The backward flip to second, and they get the fielder's choice. Nice play by the Chandler Bats second baseman. Runners are at 1st and 3rd now with 1 out, and here's Jim Lombardo. Runner goes, hit and run, fly ball right. And drifting back is Deach, the right fielder, and this will score the run. It'll be a sacrifice fly for Jim Lombardo, who has 2 RBI at bats in this game, and both RBIs coming on without the benefit of a base hit. So now Alvey up there, and he went after the first pitch, pops it up to the second baseman, battling the high sky, and he corrals it to retire the side. They get a run. They cut the lead to 6-3. We head to the home half of the 6th. Chandler Bats 6, Santa Barbara 3. Brett Mandel, who has struck out, hit on a fielder's choice, and scored a run in 2 tries, and has played very well defensively at second base. He'll lead things off here in the home half of the 6th inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. And I believe Dan McNeely will be up next. Here's a shot out into right field, but caught, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Landon Kelk taking care of the first batter, Brett Mandel, here in the 6th inning. And Dan McNeely up there for the 2nd time. He had the RBI single back in inning number 4. Scottsdale Stadium on a beautiful October 21st, 8:30 a.m. start time. Popped him up. Got jammed on that one and sends it out to the second baseman, and Dane McCormick taking care of business, 2 down. Blake Burgard in his 2nd inning of work. He's done a pretty good job since coming on and has now set down 5 in a row. Benson has 2 hits and 2 tries, and he hits a high towering drive down the left side, and that ball who had home run distance, but it was foul. Benson has singled twice. He has scored twice. Check swing foul. 2 strikes on the third baseman for the Chandler Bats. They're out of Philadelphia. They come in with a record of 2-0, fresh off a 7-5 victory over the Canadians. The ball hit him. So a hit batsman extends the inning for shortstop and first place hitter in the lineup, Ray Vetter. He's done a nice job out there at shortstop. He has walked twice. He has doubled in 3 tries, and taking outside ball 1. He has scored a run. Definitely one of the players of the game, though I would say right now Brett Bender would be the Coca-Cola Classic player of the game. He's pitched 6 strong innings, giving up only 3 runs. If you're wondering how many of those runs were earned, only 1 of the runs are earned. Here's a stolen base attempt, the throw waiting on him, but did he make the tag? And apparently he did, and a nice throw by the catcher Gallagher. At the end of 6, 6-3 in favor of the Philadelphia-based Chandler Bats. Back at Scottsdale, we go to the top half of the 7th inning. Santa Barbara coming to the plate, and they need to get the bats going here. Blake Burgard, who has done a nice job in relief of Avi Goldine, and he'll be the first batter up here. He's 0 for 2. And the manager of this Santa Barbara-based team, a special thanks to Blake for setting up another broadcast with the Riptide or the Hitmen, whatever you want to call them. Here's a smash down to third, fielded there by Benson, and the throw across in time, and that's out number 1. Dane McCormick has had a perfect day at the plate, including a pair of singles and an RBI, and he may have his third, but a diving play in the hole by Vetter. He's up, he throws, he got him. What a sensational play over there at shortstop. 2 down in the inning, and we have seen a couple of web gems, no doubt about it, in this game. Next batter lines a shot into right field. Coming on is Deach. He'll retire John Becchio, and the inning is over. 7th inning stretch time from Scottsdale Stadium. Still 6-3 Chandler Bats. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Jeff Lowry back here from Scottsdale Stadium, and it'll be first batter up. Top of the order, Ray Vetter. Vetter is doubled. He has walked a couple of times. Takes that one high and tight, and probably made one of the top plays this week in the MSbl tournament as he retired Dane McCormick on truly a sensational play at shortstop. Well, if the Chandler Bats can hold on to this 3-run lead, win this ball game, as this one has popped up. He was lunging after that high changeup and sends it right to the Riptide shortstop for out number 1. This is the first time Vetter has been retired, and now Dan Ginn, who has had a pair of RBI hits and is 2 for 3. But if they can hold on and win this game, they will go to 3 wins, no losses. Of course, they're setting their sights on being the number 1 seed, though there's no home field advantage. There's really no advantage being the 1 seed or the 2 or 3 seed unless you have a bye. Some of these divisions, I think some of the top, if you finish first or second, there are teams that get a bye, but there's so many different divisions and hard to keep up with all that, but nonetheless, in terms of home field advantage, I guess you would get last at bat would be maybe an advantage. For what it's worth. 7th inning action. Chandler Bats up there out of the Philadelphia, Pennsylvania area, and they lead it 6-3 over the Santa Barbara Riptide. This one's grounded down to third, bobbled once. The throw on to first won't be in time. And it looks like that'll be an error charge to the third baseman for Santa Barbara. Runner at first, Russ Kessinger, hard-hitting third place hitter. Fastball high and away, ball 1, may have been a pitch out. He is lined to second. That was a line drive into a double play, was robbed on a great play by Oakley in center in the third, and he is hit out to first. He's 0 for 3, stolen base attempt successful. We've had 4 stolen bases in this game. They've been caught once. And the fastball missed inside. 3 balls on the hitter. Of course, across the street is the Scottsdale Hospital. In fact, my wife works over there. Brought me lunch here one day last year. Here's ball 4. Couldn't get her to come over here and give us a lunch here today, but nonetheless, Chuck Lovell will bat. He has walked. He is lined out to center. He has popped up to second. He bats here in the 7th inning. Infield at double play depth. First pitch low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes on the cleanup hitter and first baseman. Bottom half of the 7th inning, a 6-3 lead for the Chandler Bats. Scottsdale Stadium. Swing and a miss. It was not fouled, and both runners move up. Most likely a pass ball will be charged to Gallagher. So now 2 runners are in scoring position. And this one is popped up into shallow left, or is it on the infield? It's on the infield, and the third baseman's got it. So Zach Lee, that's a huge, huge out for Blake Burgard and his Riptide. Still very much anybody's game here, a 3-run lead, and now 5th place hitter David Waite, who is looking for his first hit in 3 tries. A pretty good cut at a pitch that was up and in. Blake Burgard in his 3rd inning of work has yet to yield a runner. In fact, he has not given up a hit yet. He's hit a batter and he has walked 2. High drive, center field coming on. Oakley, he's got it. And the side is retired. 3 shutout innings for Blake Burgard as we head now to the 8th inning. It's Santa Barbara trailing the Chandler Bats of Philadelphia 6-3. And you're watching the 2014 MSbl World Series right here on APM Video Sports. Jeff Lowry. A 5-run 4th for the Chandler Bats has been the difference in this game. And now the Riptide bat here in the top of the 8th inning, trailing by 3. They've had single runs in the 2nd, 3rd, and in the 6th inning. Emery Lowe, their left fielder, starting it off here in the top of the 8th. Brendan Gallagher, the catcher. Robert Vega in the hole. Riptide have had 2 RBIs from Jim Lombardo and an RBI single by Dane McCormick. We mentioned both of Lombardo's RBIs came without the benefit of a base hit. He walked in a run in the 3rd, which extended their lead to 2-0, and then had a sac fly in the 6th to cut the deficit to 6-3, and they trail 6-3 here in the top of the 8th inning. Got to get that leadoff hitter aboard. It seems like they've had success every time. Well, in fact, the 3 innings that they have scored a run, that's a swing and a miss, and he is going to be ruled out. 3rd strikeout of the day for Brett Bender, who has pitched really a tremendous game here. 7 innings of 5-hit baseball and giving up only 3 runs, and only 1 run is earned. So with 1 out, here's the catcher, Brendan Gallagher, who had a single and a run scored in the 3rd, and he's popped up. The Riptide, every time they have had the leadoff hitter aboard in an inning, they have scored a run. Nobody on here as Lowe strikes out to start this inning. Let's see what Gallagher can do. And he laid off that slider. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Scottsdale Stadium, our game time temperature right now 73 degrees on a sunsplash morning here for baseball. 2-2 pitch. And Bender wanted the call and did not get it, and it's 3-2. Red Bender, 7 1/3 innings. He's given up just 5 hits and 1 earned run, 3 runs altogether. And that one bounces up there, ball 4. Now Robert Vega comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. First pitch swung on and fouled back and out of play. 0-1 on Robert Vega, who is flied to right. He is grounded to third. Breaking pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Landon Kell, who is 1 for 2, is on deck hoping for